Come on, YouTube, you can do it.
Don't wanna.
Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yes, dear?
I think it may be one of the boards falling through the fence. I think someone in the neighborhood has a pet hedgehog.
Oh, dear.
I saw it running around in our back walkway.
A hedgehog got loose?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Hedgehogs are not native to North
No,
America.
they're not. But it's this thing with about no tail to it. Kind of about this big.
That's pretty big for a hedgehog. Hedgehogs are usually only about this big.
No, about this big. About this big.
That might not be a hedgehog.
It had no tail to it. Was kind of cone-shaped like a hedgehog. And then into one of the bushes, and he went to a little gap in the fence.
Okay.
So just in case you see something scurrying around outside the,
Okay.
heads up.
We have a new neighbor.
Yes, we have a new neighbor. This is kind of up there with being in Fallbrook, and one rainy day, I hear this clamor at the back glass door, and it was a weasel.
Desperately trying to get in.
Desperately trying to get in away from the rain. It's like,
No.
You're someone's pet that got loose, aren't you? Because you're technically illegal in California.
Was it a ferret or a weasel?
It was kind of orange with a white belly.
That's probably a weasel. Those are native to California. We had a weasel wipe out all the chickens in our coop.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought they were illegal.
No, they're native.
Okay.
I was right into the Sierras when backpacking. When you get this little weasel, it'll try to lay claim to your bag of beef jerky.
Of course they'll lay claim to the beef jerky.
Don't let her die, it doesn't matter.
Hello, Doodles. Just before coming on, one of the big dramas that's going around the community right now is people claiming Dawntrail is too hard. And a lot of it comes down to, I could not one-shot things, mostly in the new raid content. Note, the Savage has not come out yet.
Nope.
And
We're not that slow.
we will be. It should be out next week.
Yeah, well, we might be out of the first zones by then.
So
Actually,
Larry
we'll
Zor
be doing side quests.
recently today posted a video. There's other people who've posted videos. Everx has posted videos. Xenos has posted videos. And a lot of it comes down to, yeah, they're trying to put some challenge into the bosses. You might not get it the first time or two, but you will get it. And you will get it within the lockout period. Keep trying, keep learning.
Personally, I'm just happy that Larry Zor is posting again.
Yes.
It has been too long.
Yeah, the gear is also something that it's a cycle that I see all the time in game that people tend to forget, and it's one of the reasons why Holminster Switch, which was the first dungeon in Shadowbringers, was so brutal, is that it expected you to be within a certain gear range. And most people were going in with the bare minimum gear that you need to eye level to get into the place without materia melded. And then they complain that they'd have problems doing the dungeon, that it was too brutal. You go in with the gear level that drops in the dungeon, and the place is a snooze fest. Because what a lot of people
Wouldn't necessarily go that far, but not to snooze fest level. At least not for me.
One of the things
I
about
cannot snooze my way through that dungeon.
No, you shouldn't. But particularly when I'm healing and having to deal with tanks at minimum eye level, and then them complaining that I can't keep them up because they're not using their defenses properly.
Uh-oh. No.
See, yeah, and then they say it's too brutal. I'm like, dude, use your defenses. But one of the things that people forget about the game is, like most MMOs, a lot of your performance is based off your gear. The last time I checked the numbers, and this was quite some time ago, so it could have changed with adjustments, is 60% of your performance is based off your gear. 40% is based off your skill in your DPS rotation. So you could have the best rotation in the world and will do worse than someone who has Biss and is like spamming 1 or 2 buttons. Because that's just how the numbers work out. At the same time, it's not completely based off your gear. But your gear, you can feel the difference between starting and ending gear when going through certain pieces of content.
This is true.
And people are forgetting that this content is brand new. Everyone's in base gear, or if they were a hardcore raider, they might be in decent gear at the start of the game. When you get to the top level, the next gear set isn't there yet, so they're fighting that. And then expecting to go into the normal raids, which is supposed to be the hardest of the casual content. And they're wondering why they're having problems. But as the cycle goes on and the gear starts ticking upward, that will become easier and easier and easier. Simply just based on gear scores. Anyway, we should probably do some side questing.
We should?
Yeah, sure? I should be in Sam. Get Sam some XP.
XP me again, Sam.
So there's my little rant. It's also kind of a warning to Rye of, it's okay if you don't get the boss on the first try.
Ow.
Because I know sometimes you get really frustrated when you're not...
What generally frustrates me is, I just can't see what's going on.
Well, when you get your new glasses, maybe that might help?
No.
Your new glasses are on order.
Yeah, but it's entirely, just, being able to parse what's going on that fast.
And that's one of those things that gets better with practice. I noticed that you tend to do better when you get several attempts and practice and you start getting knowledge, so you're not quite as bald stressed, but then you don't want to practice and then you get bald stressed and
There's a lot of occasions where it's a case of, I have no idea what you're seeing here. Months later.
so. I mean, we'll figure something out. I'm always here to help and talk you through. If we were in the same party instead of doing the trust, it might be easier, but then we'd have to deal with the rest of the server wanting to run it at lightning speed.
Which thankfully has overall gotten better.
It has, because people have figured out that, and this has always been true in the game, it's just people didn't realize it, is that you can report people for pulling while you're in cinematic, especially if you ask them, please wait.
And I will watch those cinematics.
Because it's considered a dick move. But people still do it anyway. And more people are willing to call out people for doing it.
The Carmine Secret. Pavli seems to be dying to discuss something.
I think that's
Why,
you.
hello. Yeah. Why, hello there. Tell me, friend, are you not curious about the vibrant carmine hue of our traditional wear? A shade this vivid can only be brought out through the application of an age-old dyeing technique. Help me out, and I'll tell you all about it. In the hills southwest of here, which you can reach by exiting from the nearby gate, there are a few spots where sapped notocactars are commonly found. I would like you to collect precisely 2 of them for me. Worry not, I prepared these 2 remarkably thick sacks that should get the job done. I appreciate your assistance.
Right.
They must be remarkably thick. He remarked on it.
Funny how that works. Oh! Oh!
Oh?
Stand right here and look slightly upwards. Right over...
Oh, there it is. I was looking too far to the left.
Ah, yeah. We've got a vista up there to visit.
An unlikely inspector. Sivlu is counting down the days until she can resume trade as normal.
Ah, you must be the artisan from Tuliolao. You're right on time. The damage to the canvas sustained from the storms must be evaluated as soon as possible, so I must ask you to begin your inspection immediately. I'm sure you know this well enough, but be sure to check whether any of the frames have been cracked, the canopies ripped, or the balloons on either side punctured. We cannot move the caravans until we know they are safe. Have care while inspecting the caravans. You will find the caravans stopped throughout the settlement. You will need but inform me when you're finished. We're not the...
We are now.
I think we've been volunteered.
I'm surprised this doesn't count as one of them.
We got battered
Battered
canvas here. Caravan 2.
Looks the same as the others. Carefully examine every elm of the caravan, but discover no issues of note. I guess they're all battered. Yeah, inspect the battered caravans, so... The canopy's fastenings appear to be coming loose. While this will not impede the caravan's ability to travel, repairs would undoubtedly lead to a more enjoyable journey for its passengers.
That would be a good thing.
No, it is this one.
It was hiding.
Mm-hmm. You notice water pooling in the caravan's interior. If it is not removed swiftly, the flooring's integrity may be compromised. Where's the water
Ooh, that's
coming
bad.
from?
This alpaca's all ready to go.
Uh-huh. Carefully examine the balloon, but are unable to identify any punctures or tears that might prevent travel. Well, the alpaca knows which one to stand in front of.
Mm-hmm. He's ready to go packing.
And is avoiding the 2 that have trouble.
Okay, we've completed our inspection. My, you did a wonderful job. Though it seems some of the caravans will need slight repairs, I'm relieved to hear the damage was not significant. By the way, an artisan claiming he'd been beckoned all the way from Tuliolal to assist with the inspections came but moments ago, asking for work. I was in such a hurry to have the caravans examined, I mistook you for him. Please forgive me. I'm just grateful you were kind enough to heed my request. The caravans are an innovative of Kona's. During his studies across the salt, he encouraged something called a chocobo carriage. Yes, we have one. We're very proud of it.
We can demonstrate.
And had these designed in their image. By attaching the balloons on either side, the caravans are lifted into the air, becoming light enough for our alpacas to pull. It is immensely helpful innovation, allowing us to tread these stepped mountains roads throughout Taral more safely and swiftly than ever. Thanks to you, we are one step closer to having our caravans ready for such travels once more and returning to a sense of normalcy. I feel bad we took our job away from an artisan.
Yeah. We less took it than had it shoved on us.
Yeah, well. Trying to figure out a way up to that vista.
Oh, striking dummies. Let's see.
Aha!
Got close enough. Yeah, I had not arrived at the Vista yet. Okay, Vista 6. Wachimpello. Nestled in between the mountains, the dwellings of this village are noticeably scaled down to accommodate the smaller size of its inhabitants. It is here that the peddler clan of the Pelu Pelu manufacture their trading goods, such as coffee and mezcal, as well as maintain a ranch for the breeding and training of alpacas. Hold on. Get back here. There's someone talkable over there.
Yes, there is.
Mezcal Distillery.
Look at all that agave.
Mm-hmm. Probably me.
Yeah.
Do you wish to see how mezcal is made? As a distiller myself, it always brings me joy to see others take an interest in our craft.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that ending with Lee is male and ending with Lou is female. Go, Mr. Alpaca! Grind that mezcal!
Here's the main switch back up to this place. Been up the slope there. Take a look if you like and see how the mezcal is made.
With alpaca?
Mm-mm.
Okay, time to head out and up the slope slightly.
Speaking of demonstrating chocobo carriages.
They just have their balloons under the carriage to help lift it up, as opposed to ours, which our carriage is
kind of suspended.
Yep. Okay,
yeah.
Not this gate then.
No. I was thinking, yeah, across here. And then up the slope.
Ooh, hunt targets.
Oh, okay.
These are interesting critters.
When did that happen?
Kind of ugly. I mean, check out that jaw. Holy man.
Yeah. Well, that's spectacular. At some point, when they changed everything, the base fast casting Red Mage spell went to Jolt 3 at 90 instead of Jolt 2. I'm still, at the old limit, and I've got Jolt 3, and if you take a look at the spell effect I'm throwing around, it is a bit bigger and more spectacular than
I cannot see your spell effect. I have that actually turned off.
For shame.
Easier to see what the boss is doing.
Yeah, but we're not gonna have any bosses anytime soon.
Oh dear. Well,
Sapped.
he is sapped.
Cactar.
Sorry, dude.
The thick sack. A sack thick enough to prevent a Nodocactar's prickly spines from protruding to the exterior, yet able to be tied tightly enough that not even the tiniest of pests can escape. As you force the Nodocactar into the sack, you notice a red substance clinging to its cuticles. Probably, yeah, that'll be the dye, okay.
Yeah, I turned off all spell effects for anyone but myself and the boss quite some time ago. Just to keep the noise down on the screen. I do see things like circles.
Yeah.
And AoE markers and really important stuff that I have to work around. But general spell effects, it was too much of fighting in a fireworks factory.
I'll show you what I'm doing.
But I would not be surprised if that was affecting what you could see of the bosses during the boss fights coming from other people.
But a lot of the things that get me, that isn't the trouble.
So I try not to aggro the local fauna.
Yeah, the idle camera was showing me one of the silver lobos earlier, and I was going, well, isn't he pretty?
Yeah!
They are special. Even more special than the Rattels.
Yeah.
Is the bulge in those sacks?
Nope,
what
this
I
is
think it
me.
is? Oh,
No, it is you.
no.
Never mind.
The other one was the other one
You're
was
right. You're
the
right.
one.
My bad. Continue. Sorry, Povely.
Is the bulge in those sacks what I think it is? Well, it's not just because I'm happy to see you. Nodocactar filled sack. A Nodocactar sapped of all energy has been crammed into this sack. Wonderful, my friends, wonderful. Frail as I am, I could never have hoped to carry back these oversized succulents. As agreed, I will share with you the secrets of our dyeing technique. Tell me, did you notice the little bits of red on their cuticles as you packed them into the sacks? It's nothing to be alarmed about, but those are in fact parasites.
Ew!
Once infested by the vilekin, the Nodocactar gradually weaken. Eventually they wander away from their prickly peers and settle in the southwestern hills. It's not entirely clear if this migration is of their own volition. When we've found a Nodocactar completely sapped of strength, we brush the parasites, ailing it into a bag, dry them, and finally crush them to extract the carmine within. I'm sure using insects to create dye must seem unusual, but when living in perched lands with sparse vegetation, one must develop a deep and rich understanding of all that is available. Deep and rich like the red of our dye.
Actually, using insects, crushed insects
Kinda
for
common.
dye is rather common.
That it? That's it. We now return you to your regularly scheduled main story.
First, let's check with Wook. Is it really possible to make 100 times what that wool is worth just by trading? Yes, if you're really good.
And
What do you say,
patient.
Mablu? This is the artisan who makes our taming saddles. Hello, Havli.
Something I can do for you?
We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca.
A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? Credit?
With this basket of fine alpaca wool. He's gonna laugh at us.
What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want.
And what do you want? And what might that be?
Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal.
This bodes well for us. Third promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column.
Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least.
3 years? That stuff is valued in the tens of thousands of pel or more. Why have you doubled the price?
Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Zoral Jah will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. No, that's personal.
Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generations remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Waklumat. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are children's stories. They think themselves safe from the horrors that take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with the quiet prosperity and crave a future of the second promise and visions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the first promise's plan for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. What about you, Mablu? Aren't you one of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what was it like during the Yakuro ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I better make sure to win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we just expecting to need 10,000 pells from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or a stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up the piece of Tuliolao on the line. And neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for the tens of thousands pell jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try to exchange the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at the loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance.
Here, I was thinking we'd just, fake it, make some fake mezcal. You have any iodine?
No. Of course, the Weaver. Bulnak was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him.
Wait,
Wait,
the alpacas are hunted targets.
go for it!
Fast.
Sorry, am I killing things too fast?
Well, I went off cycle. But I got credit.
Okay, you got your credit and got your kills?
Yep. And 3 sacks of nuts.
Sorry about them, Mr. Alpacas.
Yeah, but sometimes you feel like a nut.
Is this where you met the Weaver? This is the spot. After Bulnak talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ugvolu's Inn. Most visitors to Wakapelu end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? What you looking for, dear? Could I trouble you for some agua?
I can get you some agua before I turn in.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Which outfit is Rift in? Which outfit is Rift in?
He is in a combination of the Noble Barding, which is what I got for participating in community events, And the helm and legs are from Thordan's party.
I kind of figured, but I hadn't really seen him wearing that before.
Well, he's wearing it now.
Yes. Ikuvlo's N.
And we do have a mixture of different races around.
And a couple of merchants. No one is. Okay, yeah, that's a mender. That's a merchant. More acacial greens.
What, you were running low?
No.
Ah, here's a talkable over here.
I was wanting to see what he had.
Hello,
Just in case they,
Vublija.
like, hide a, orchestration role in an unlikely place.
It's been known to happen.
Urkopacha is home to the Pelu Pelu, and many merchants like myself make the journey into these mountains to trade with them. They're gracious enough to offer us beds in the inn and dip in the hot springs at bargain prices. I must admit, being received with such hospitality puts me in high spirits. Right now, the dip in the hot springs is the last thing I want.
Ooh, hot springs. Lovely.
Which way around were you thinking?
I think this is male.
Okay. Hey there, friend. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, what do you do here?
I was a merchant peddling wares once upon a time, but I hurt my back carrying one too many boxes that were just a little too heavy. Now I mostly serve as a guide to travelers passing through. We Pelu Pelu endeavor to make every trade an amicable one and spread happiness through our business. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone dissatisfied after dealing with us.
What kind of place is this?
Merchants and mercenaries often stop here at Isuvelu's and delay their heads before traveling elsewhere. And Ikuvelu did that. I'm thinking. I always recommend they spend a day at Panikpelu Retreat. The hot springs do wonders for my back. If you plan to stay at the inn, you simply must try it. And this is how you can tell it's a Japanese game.
Yeah. Mablu? I hope he's willing to offer us something wonderful in exchange. Hello, Bulknock. It's good to see you again, man.
Ah, we meet again. But wait, weren't you all on your way to Uwachimpello? We were, and then we went there.
Can I have that basket, Theron? One alpaca wool basket.
Basket of standard quality wool you received from Togway, worth 1 pel in the hundreds column.
Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bulnock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade?
Third promise, you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? We're a trifle short of local funds. I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace in Taral is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace when the throne. Thus, do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory.
Ooh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that could easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That's very gracious, Bullknock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down.
I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future dealings.
I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Theron and Rylea remembered our Weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Theron, Rylea, you two take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Aaronsville would never let me hear the end of it.
This is true.
Yeah, we've never lost anything that's gone into our pockets. Except inside the pockets. All set? Our next deal is waiting to be found.
Excellent trade. Oh no. Are they actually going to do a trading mini game on us?
I don't know, but
Success. You traded a 100 pel blanket of alpaca wool for a 500 pel wool poncho. Ook.
if I can get the camera out of Riff's head.
Mark.
We turned 100 pel into 500. Now, I know it's only 5 times more, but it feels like 500 times more. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone is in need of a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours? Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. Where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are a number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamu Jaw hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mumu Jaw, who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bare shoulders, Mumu Jaw carrying arms can be struck off the list.
Oh dear. Hard-bitten Hubigo.
You want to talk to all of them?
Maybe.
Unfortunately, the one that doesn't have arms is already wearing a poncho.
Yeah, the resting.
Yeah. By the way, I believe that one is female.
Try the disconcerted.
Let's try the disconcerted. Let's see, no cloak, but also no weapon. We might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof.
Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on my way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky.
I think we have a winner.
I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolol, and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me.
Well, sir, this is your lucky day.
What a splendid poncho! This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. I hope it's big enough for him.
This is Eorzea. It's all one size fits all. You should know that about MMOs by now. We'll be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. One for your fine tools, perhaps?
What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality.
That blade looks sharp, the half well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Ah, we've gone up a column.
Yep, basically double.
Oh, from 500 to 1,000? Well, we have a deal.
Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's Mate Garden, for one, her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate. I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you.
And we have our next victim. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's Mate Garden we go. Yes, but that's a fair distance on foot. We should take the alpacas.
Or chocobo carriage.
We have a chocobo carriage! It seats 4! These ones will be the calm type, right?
I sure hope so. Eh? Excellent trade. Oop. And I just skipped past that.
Success! You have traded 500 pel wool poncho for 1,000 pel hatchet.
Right. Yeah, we are doing the entire Maharaja Donald bit.
Yes.
Where are you? Ah.
Getting out of cutscene.
Because that's
They
one
have
of
little palms
Pearl
on their top of their chairs. It's just a little palm. Pom-pom.
That's one of Carl Barks' more classic stories, and the triplets trade do a trade up thing like twice.
Nice.
With what kicks off the story is, I know they start with like a pencil stub the second time. I think they do the first time too. So they start off with like a little pencil stub and end up with basically cruise tickets to India.
That is so Carl Barks.
Yeah.
Here we go again, riding alpacas. Well done recognizing the toolmaker as a potential customer. If you mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant.
Thank you.
And give me a moment here. And could I trouble you for some dye?
One each?
Just a second, I'm checking.
Yeah. I will let you know I have less of the royal blue than I do of the sea fog.
Yeah, one each. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just someday it will run out.
Well, I think that's the last piece of this equipment set, so...
Fair enough.
And that green color just was not going to stand.
No. It is not easy for you to be green. We who are about to die salute you. Thank you, Doodles.
Okay, thank you. On to Wook. Oh, wait,
Mablu's dream.
I need to change class back.
Oh. Oopsies.
There we go.
Mablu's dream. Wook Lamont steals yourself for the ride to find your next trading partner.
Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold on to this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Help. Ready to go? Let's mount up.
Hold on. Go to Wook Lamont if you
Too
can.
late.
Can you read mine, or shall I do it?
Nope.
If I'm going to catch a wild alpaca after this, I can't be shying away from the tame ones. Not that I'm scared of them, you understand? Or their nasty, disgusting, foul-smelling spit.
Yeah. Let's mount up. Begin to ride the alpaca.
Woohoo!
And it's off to the mate's fields we go. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding no matter what you say. Without our fine alpacas, we Pelu would have never become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking their way across Toral? I swear that mountain is way too tall.
Too tall to be real.
Zorn? Quark? What was his name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I'll never appreciate it up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands beyond Yakua.
New location.
So, Mablu,
Fight
you
going
said
on.
you were learning about the peddler profession before the ranch work? Oh, no. I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If you can buy some taming saddles, though, then I'd be proof that I can sell after all. In that case, you'd better get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. Hunt tars.
And unsapped Nodocactars.
And they're hunt targets.
Okay then.
We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ufla's Inn, so we'll walk the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of the roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Totally took me in. He took me in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone worked so hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're prepared for the feat of gold. As it's mate's harvest season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add that to Wuklamat's way with people and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Mipul herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise and let's go get to bargaining. And before I forget...
First, yes, I think we have a couple of things to do.
Yeah, like, meld my new gloves.
Ah. Okay, this is not. I was half expecting like an aetheryte here. Or at least an alpaca keep.
Well, she did say we'd have to walk back, so...
Yeah.
There's a few people around we can talk to.
Not seeing very many.
Well, there's Bapley here.
True. What is it? If there's something you need, speak up.
What do you do here?
I work the fields here at Miplu's Mate Garden, same as everyone else. I have more time on my hands when tea leaves aren't in season, of course, which I often spend attending to travelers come to tour the gardens. While I'm not the spry young... Oh!
Okay, I was wrong! They flipped it! Well, I'm not the spry young woman I once was. The mate keeps the spring in my step.
What kind of place is this?
Yes, of course. If you just remember what Milpoo asked we tell visitors. Here at Milpoo's Mate Garden, we grow the freshest of mate leaves packed with nutrients combined to even the healthiest of vegetables. While originally grown to suit the tastes of wee Pelo Pelo, we hope to someday see it shared with the whole of Terral.
Huh.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't even tell visually.
Oh, you can a little with some of them for the lips.
Yes, and I was just checking her, and nope.
Guy, I think? Maybe?
Hello, friends. It pleases me to see a traveler come visit us here so far out of the way.
And what do we owe this honor? Did you give the hatchet back to Wuklamat? We should let her do the talking.
Let your Dawn servant do the talking.
Have you that little axe for me?
Fine hatchet. A finely crafted hatchet you received in trade for a wool poncho, worth 1 pel in the thousands column.
Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Milplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have to offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor's edge is an exceptional tool that will make light work of your crops. The quality is exceptional, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us closer to the mezcal.
Unless there's something we can trade easier.
If I may, Miss Milplu, it's harvest season, is it not? Does not the damage for the hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance.
Whoops.
We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here would put you to the third promise's good grace. Surely that's worth consideration? I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuklamat, and that is why I am prepared to purchase the spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reason, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we help to bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, it would. Until Kona's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor into the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Theron, Relia, and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. It'll take a good 5 bundles from each of you. Isn't it splendid? Go ahead and drink the verdant vista of my beautiful mate garden.
Speaking of... Oh!
Oh?
Up.
Ah!
Not the vista I was expecting to see. Yeah, I think we have to go around.
This way.
Yep. This is our first one for the,
For the zone, yeah. And if it wasn't socked in, it would be a spectacular vista.
Yeah. Which is why I'm kind of surprised I'm not seeing a vista around here. Yeah.
390 to the east. But good spot.
Now, she mentioned the vista. I said, well, let's see if there is one, and... Well, it wasn't a vista, but not as good.
Hello, Mablu. Did you see how Wu Klamat came to my rescue there? She's really good with people. Yes, she is. She may be brash, but she is a good heart. I wasn't sure Milpoo would bite, but it goes to show that you never know until you try. More, please?
You ever seen someone picking mate leaves? I imagine the opportunities to see such are few and far between. Yeah, let us watch what you're doing, because we need to do it too.
Branch of verdant mate leaves.
Good, I don't see any pests. That would be good.
And I think we're done
So
here.
let's go ahead and healthily. Yep.
You've brought some leaves, then? Here's 5 bundles, just like you asked.
Verdant mate leaves. A sizable pile of freshly harvested mate leaves.
An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I am prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mata leaves.
Okay.
A premium mate. Bought at the shop, 1 sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give you it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Everything after Tobley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I need to help after forgetting the basic rules of trade. How can I expect Tobley to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned
your plans
to leave?
Yeah.
Not exactly. I wanted to prove that I could succeed as a peddler before I declare my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Toral's peace, and becoming Dawn Serpent happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli has the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first we have a saddle to buy, and I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zolraja?
So far, so good?
I mean, of course I am. I'm Wuklamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all.
You traded 1,000 pel hatchet for 5,000 pels and a sack of top-grade mate leaves.
Remember, this is a contest, not necessarily a race.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been one to take it slow. Once I have a goal in mind, it's full speed ahead. That's who I am. Oh, wait. Wait. Over here.
Ah!
It's hidden on the mini-map.
Yeah! And you'll
Because
note on the main map, there's a couple that showed up back at the end.
Oh! Yes, we will need to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Yeah. Ease. A blend for every taste. Tobli is in need of a tea tester. Hello there. I hear you're a traveler from across the salt. Just the person I need to assist me. I wish to expand trade beyond the borders of Toral, and so I've been planning to export mate tea. The problem, however, is mate's reputation for being something of an acquired taste. My solution was to blend mate leaves with some of our local specialties, and your foreign palate should be perfect to test them. One of our brewers has already prepared a batch in the relaxation area. Why not go and speak with her?
No rift. Get back here.
You get to taste test this too.
What?
You heard us.
Breezy Brewer.
And already identified as female.
You must be the one here to try the new blends. I've prepared 3 for you to sample. I believe there's nothing more telling than the expression one makes when they sip their first cup of an unfamiliar tea. So go on, have a taste, but please stay where I can see you. Okay, first taste. The fruity blend.
This blend of tea has a refreshing citrus-like aroma. You taste a hint of acidity, perhaps citrus, It complements the naturally mellow mate tea well, serving to create a soothing mixture.
Rich blend.
The faintest hint of honey wafts from this blend. Notes of honey and vanilla tickle your tongue. A delightful blend, it may very well have wide appeal in Eorzea and beyond.
Earthy blend.
The aroma of this blend bears a striking similarity to that of coffee. That will be an acquired taste, but a lot of people will probably acquire it. You detect a light bitterness behind the full-bodied earthy flavor of this blend. It's quite unique, but will surely have its admirers.
I could see from your expressions how much you enjoyed each of the blends. As one who personally brewed them, I'm truly honored. If you have a favorite among the selection, please let Pobly know.
Hold on. Okay, more or less a repeat. If you have a favorite, let Pobly know.
You're back. I take it you've tried...
This would be me.
Oh, sorry.
Presumably. We haven't had a confirmed gender.
Sorry.
But he did refer to the other one as her.
Not yet, but we did have a grumbly Wooklamat complaining about riding more alpacas that spit.
Yes. No spitting, but there has been more alpacas. You're back. I take it you've tried each of the blends. Tell me, which one was your favorite? For me, it'll be the fruity. I know what I like.
I think I'm going to answer the rich, even though for me it would actually probably be either the fruity or the earthy. Honey is kind of a turnoff for me most of the time. But that is the one that will probably do the best across Eorzea.
Yeah. I'll go with the fruity. I'm thrilled you liked it. I thought perhaps people would enjoy something with a more refreshing flavor, so we tried mixing fruits from Yak to El. And... oh ho! I quite like that one myself. I thought perhaps the sweet taste of honey would mitigate the mate's naturally strong bitter flavor, making it more palatable. And I assume your perspective?
Yep.
Your perspective has been a great help, my friends. I thank you for your assistance. Though mate tea can be found anywhere in Tyrol, there's no guarantee that it will enjoy the same popularity in foreign lands. We must experiment and innovate if we're to capture new markets. So now what?
I'll probably continue on this.
At least until it gets us out of this little hamlet.
Yeah.
And I was kind of realizing this is kind of the equivalent of some of the spaces early in Lanosea. And if you think about how big those tend to be and how this is kind of a bit more expansive, yet again you can see where they've managed to do things.
Yep. Wook.
A premium deal. Wooklamat has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal.
Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Ehrenfell point. That. I have bit my tongue.
Ooh.
Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. And first up, I have some Noto cars to deal with.
Oh dear. Oh, Noto.
That's 2 of 3.
Oh, wow.
And we've got a spare just in case.
Always. Pseudo-factors always ring twice.
Thump.
Hey!
Oh. Sorry. Northeast.
So, yeah,
That way.
the main quest is going back to the main place, so probably go back to the inn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, then.
Lots of living plants around here.
Gone past it, have we?
Yeah.
South or north?
West. But trying
Straight
to avoid
west?
the bears. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure not seeing it.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, just came into range. Their favorite on top of a rock pile. Okay, so that's 2.
South is a no can do.
Yeah. Sure is.
Though I'm getting the impression we might have problems getting our fates in the zone.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed anything in range of us.
I see 2 and they're quite some
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
So we might spend the night just chasing fates and praying.
Possible. Sadly, the one that we're kind of headed towards is one that is being worked,
Yep.
whereas the other one isn't.
Oh, I see another one! How to get to it? Maybe around
see
the
two.
backside?
Or Aether Current.
Yeah, Aether Current.
I was looking at fates. Well, good thing we came back here then. .228 to the south. Which I suppose is perhaps barely possible.
Oh dear, we have a troubled craftsman over here.
Gondal. The troubled craftsman is in need of a helping hand. Excuse me, miss. Do you have a moment? Please, I need your help. I'm a craftsman come to discuss a new project with a client, but I seem to have lost my lucky charm along the way. My dear doll. I'm afraid how the meeting may turn out without it. The last time I saw it was at Panic Pelu Retreat. Maybe it fell out when I was gathering my things. I'm to meet with my client in just a moment, and it wouldn't do to be late. I realize this is sudden, but would you find my doll for me? I'll delay the meeting for as long as I can. And... Futilja. Dirty dancing. Oh no. No. Not Majulja and dancing.
Yeah.
It's all dirty.
Yeah.
Fugilja gazes at his stall with disinterest. An unfamiliar face. Are you perchance a traveler? If so, I dare say you could not have timed your visit any better. Tell me, do you know of the hot springs managed by the Pelu Pelu? Heard of it? My master will soon be performing a traditional dance of the Mumulja there. I intend to join him once I've closed my stall for the day. If you're interested in seeing it for yourself, simply head to Panic Pelu Retreat south of here and look for a dancer carrying himself with poise and grace.
Oh, we know where this is going. I cannot believe they've brought this back. This is how many expansions later?
But not enough.
Oh dear.
Jaw is a man like any other.
Why do I get
Your
the
location?
impression our eyes are going to be burning?
Rest stop, apparently. A talkable? Okay, yeah, we're actually at the retreat. Welcome to Panic Pelu Retreat. If there's anything you'd like to know, please feel free to ask away.
Who are you?
I'm Uplu, and I aid visitors in finding all that we have to offer here. You'll find my brother Cavally just up the slope there, and I'm sure you'll see the rest of my family helping others around here if you stay long enough. I often spend my time speaking with guests about the benefits of the springs, waters, and their history. I hope that one day we might do the same.
What kind of place is this?
Panic Pelu Retreat is where travelers and merchants from afar come to soothe the aches of their journeys. All who visit may avail themselves of these natural hot springs free of charge. Lest you wonder how we can afford this, we actually earn sufficient pel from the assorted souvenirs and dining services we offer. This way, we treat our customers and they treat us in return. Mutually satisfactory agreement, would you not agree?
Lots of talkables.
Yeah,
Kivalja?
Cavally. One may immerse their body in the heat of these springs, whilst feeling the gentle brush of the wind on their face. Gazing upon this vista in such a state brings complete peace of mind and soothes the spirit.
Mavi?
Welcome to Panic Pelu Welcome to Panic Pelu Retreat. Pray let down your burdens and enjoy our spacious springs as you take in the breathtaking view.
Okay. Dignified dancer.
I'm not sure I'm going to dignify that. You are interested in our traditional bathing dance? I am honored. It would be my pleasure to show it to you. But to truly appreciate it, you must understand the purpose behind each movement. No. The dancer steps before the spring and pours its purifying waters over their body thrice, cleansing the skin of grime, mind of thoughts, and joints of ache. Only when they are in perfect condition may the dance begin. Come, I will show you. The bathing dance dance is under no circumstances allowed in the public springs. Those who do not comply will be escorted out and banned from further entry.
Thank you!
Yep, we know this dance. The stimulation is simply too much for the other guests. I'd be happy to have someone escort you to one of our private springs where you may perform the dance to your heart's content. What? I was unaware of such a rule. Very well. It is regrettable that I cannot demonstrate my mule jaw tradition before an audience, but better that I dance in private than not at all. I am sorry you came all this way for nothing, my friend. Would you be kind enough to let my pupil Vugilja know that I will be performing in seclusion? Yeah, gladly.
Ah! Disaster reverted!
Hold on.
Oh, this should be good.
Have you seen the bathing dance? It's appropriately named, if you ask me, and not for the reason you think. Trust me, you'll be washing your eyes out after seeing it.
Yes, we did.
Small woven basket.
That's not a small basket. The basket is
completely empty. Weathered jar. You open the lid and look inside the jar, but the doll is nowhere to be found within. Woven shelf. You locate a small pouch behind the shelf. Inside, you find an adorable doll, a warm smile adorning its face. This appears to be the missing item.
Yay! Okay, that's cut off.
Indeed.
But, yeah.
Vistas.
If you've followed our show long enough, the Buns have already dealt with it. There is a fate in AAR at Camp Bronze Lake dealing with a Moomal Jaw trying to gain entry to perform the bathing dance.
Yes.
It is sad and hilarious. And then they doubled down for it for the Moogle quest. Or the Moogle Post quest.
If there's anything I can help you with, please do not hesitate to let me know. It's my duty to present patrons with the highest level of service. Business goes most smoothly when each party is in good spirits, and I will happily do my part to facilitate such dealings. I can feel the aches of my travels just something.
Melt away. Bunik Tiviv.
A merchant hired me as a guard to protect him and his wares on the journey to these mountains, but he bade me rest in their springs while he attends to his negotiations. I do not look forward to leaving this place.
I bet. It's a nice little spring. Okay, back to the inn, which I believe is a rest spot.
I think it isn't.
You think
Seem to remember noting it wasn't when we were there just now.
Oh dear.
Because I'm going, I know we're close, we're probably going to need to leave off there, and nope.
Boo. But yeah, the post-Moogle quest has you taking that Moogle Jaw from the Fate to perform the bathing dance for Mr. Slimy of Costel del Slow.
I'd managed to purge this from my mind.
And he enjoys it, but he has to dismiss it because it basically made all his other people from Post-Well Soul go running, screaming.
Yes. Oh dear. Forgive me. Didn't realize the dance has been forbidden in the public springs. I traveled all this way to perform it, following in the graceful footsteps of the most experienced and most handsome of all my master's pupils. Oh, Bugalja, how I miss him.
Yes,
He left
that
for
was
all-
him!
Where's Cushy Fox? I want to strangle him. Oh, Bugalja, how I miss him. He left Thrall many moons ago. Yeah, we know. Saying he would make a name for himself as a mercenary across the salt. I hope he is well. He is living in permanent disappointment, thankfully. But that is neither here nor there. I must thank you for relaying Master's message to me. I will join him in the private springs when I have finished up here. It's unfortunate you could not witness the dance today. No, I'm feeling very fortunate. But hopefully one day soon you will have the opportunity to behold the glory of our sacred dance. No, that's perfectly fine. Oh, yeah. You have anything more?
Actually, yes.
Kopacha is home to... Nope, that's what he said when we first got here.
Oh, okay.
He has said it before. He had been suborned by the quest. Were you able to find it?
I believe this is the item you're looking for.
Missing pouch. This pouch contains a traditional Pelu Pelu doll with an endearing smile on its face. Oh, thank goodness. My precious doll. I won't let it out of my sight again. We Pelu Pelu became merchants after Gulul Jaja bestowed a great kindness upon our people to help achieve his goal of fostering amity between clans. This doll's bright smile serves as a reminder to uphold that ideal, to spread happiness through trade. I've no doubt that you, being the kind-hearted individuals that you are, will enjoy great fortune and happiness in your future business endeavors. I truly can't thank you enough for your help.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
Off
Time
for
to go get
tacos.
some coffee. Tacos would be good.
Tacos, coffee, and matcha.
And a lack of dancing.
Yes. Yes. Nope, don't need you.
They need us, though. We seem to be their hunt targets.
Yeah, not happening.
It's nice to want things.
Here we go. Oh, look, over here they've actually set out meat.
Mmm.
This looks like a good spread. I mean, look at it. Skewers and pan bread and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Though coffee's more of... It's interesting that they're having coffee here as part of Thrall, when you'd actually think if there were parallels in Eorzea to the real world, it would technically actually come from Garabania.
Something like that.
Coffee originated out of the Middle East.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is past time. Thank you
Yes,
all
it is.
very much for coming. We will be back on Friday starting at 10. Sorry for my little rants, and at least we avoided I Bleed dancing. With that said, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and hope to see you next time.
Yes, everyone have a great night. Hope to see you here at 10 Pacific on Friday.
Night all.